Hello and welcome to this Belson Sons patient advice video. My name's Graham Wallis and I'm the principal optometrist at the Corringham branch of Belson Sons, and today I'm going to be shedding some light on the subject of floaters and flashes. The first thing we'd like you to understand is that most floaters are essentially normal and nothing to worry about. However, if you get a sudden large floater or a sudden increase in the number of floaters, especially if it's accompanied by flashes of light at the side of your vision, then do contact us promptly for advice. If you don't already have them, our contact details are coming up at the end of this video. So we're going to be considering floaters and flashes, starting firstly with floaters. But what exactly do we mean by floaters? Well, they're like strands or blobs or cobwebby bits that seem to drift across your vision. They tend to be most noticeable when you're looking at a plain pale background, such as the sky or a plain wall, or maybe when you're reading from a book or computer screen. Floaters can vary in size and number, and they may seem to swirl about a bit in your vision as you move your eyes. So that's what floaters are like in your vision, but what's going on with your eyes that causes you to see them? Well, hopefully, with the help of this model eye, I can show you. So here we have our model eye, which I'm going to open up to show you the inside. I covered the internal structure of the eye in our video about cataracts, which along with this one you'll find on our website and on our YouTube channel. But as far as floaters are concerned, this is the part of the eye we're concerned with. Between the lens and the retina we have this cavity called the posterior chamber. Now, this chamber is filled with a clear jelly-like fluid called the vitreous or vitreous humour. It's 99% water, with the remaining 1% being proteins which help to give it some firmness. This diagram also illustrates the location of the vitreous within the eye, and it's within the vitreous that floaters occur. So we've established that it's within the vitreous that the floaters occur, but what are they and why do they appear? Well, they're not from any foreign matter that's gotten into your eye from the outside world, and they're not alien microbes or anything like that. No, most small floaters are really just where you've got a bit of coagulation or clumping together of some of the proteins within the vitreous, and this is just part of the natural aging process. Sometimes though, a larger and more noticeable floater may appear, proving somewhat more visible and certainly more distracting. When this occurs, it's usually a sign that there's been a partial subsidence of the vitreous from the back of the eye, as shown in this diagram. This is known as a posterior vitreous detachment, or PVD. This is not the same as a retinal detachment, but again is part of the natural aging process. This now brings us on to the subject of flashes, because another of the classic symptoms of a PVD is the occurrence of momentary flashes of light at the edge of your vision. A bit like distant lightning or someone using a camera flash off to the side of you. So the classic symptoms of PVD are the sudden appearance of a new large floater or shower of floaters, and the occasional momentary flash of light at the edge of your vision, typically seen as you walk into a dark or dim room. 90% of PVDs do not have any associated complications, but in about 10% of cases a PVD may lead to a retinal tear, which, if acute, could in turn lead to a retinal detachment. In fact, the initial symptoms of a retinal detachment can be quite similar to those of a PVD. So if you do have symptoms of flashes and floaters, then it's important that you seek a professional consultation as soon as possible, and we'd be happy to do that for you. If initial checks reveal that your PVD may have complications, then prompt arrangements will be made for you to be seen by a hospital eye doctor for appropriate treatment. If, on the other hand, your PVD appears to be one of the uncomplicated 90%, then you'll be reassured that all seems well, but that you should continue to monitor your symptoms, as there is sometimes a delay in the formation of retinal tears and retinal detachments. So there we have it, floaters, flashes and PVDs all covered in one fell swoop. All that remains is for me to remind you to get in touch with us promptly with any concerns you have about your eyes or your vision. Goodbye, thank you for watching, and here are those contact details I promised you earlier.